Mr. Speaker, the country is not broke. At the moment, I'm able to say with confidence that the crisis is over, that the economy has recovered strongly and faster than projected. Let me at this juncture state unequivocally that the banking sector cleanup undertaken by my administration was an act of necessity.
From the west coast of West Africa straight down to the sandy beaches of Ghana, I still remain Mr. Celebrity. Today I'm going to be talking about the State of the Nation's address. What is the true state of the nation? The president might have, given his own state of the nation, but the people that are living within the country, the question is this a reflective of what is in your pocket? Are you able to easily go to the market and buy food, come back home and do whatever it is that you want to do? The salary that you receive, is this synonymous to the food that you eat, the prepaid that you pay, the water that you pay, your health care and everything? I took notice of one or two things that he said, and when I'm done I'll play the video so that you get to see what I'm talking about. Says Nana was actually encouraging the president-elect John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, to complete the projects that he was unable to complete. And this is something that every Ghanaian has advocated for since time immemorial, right? I look at the Sagleme housing project. Was Nanado able to complete it? I look at on top of my head, like the E-blocks, the senior high schools that Mahama wanted to build. Did Nana Addo Akuffo complete all of them before starting new ones? Look at this agenda 111. One of the craziest things that I felt the government. You see, sometimes you can decide to be ambitious, but you cannot be overly ambitious. Why am I saying this? Out of 111 hospitals that Nana Akuffo proposed to build, he was able to commission three out of 111. And as far as we are concerned, others are at various stages of completion. If he even targeted to build, say, 15 or 20, and all the ones that he invested money in, he decided to pump those monies into maybe the 15 or 20, he probably would have been able to complete all of them. Now, you are unable to complete it, you have abandoned it. The new president, is it going to fit into his own policy? Is he going to complete it? Anyways, I wish the president-elect is able to complete all of these ones. He spoke about sport, and he made mention of building astroturfs and other things. Sometimes we are so disingenuous to ourselves. Sport, in the reign of Nana Akuffo, it has been one of the worst. Sport has been one of the worst, without a doubt, because look at the monumental failures of the Black Stars. Look at it. The GFA was dissolved, all in the name of Kwesi Nyantakyi taking a bribe and all that, and we knew the trajectory of Ghana, where Ghana was going to, or going towards. Now, look at our state. And he was talking about AstroTurf. AstroTurfs that young boys cannot go and play ball on unless they pay huge sums of money. Or these guys are like they are too far away from reality. The AstroTurfs are not free. You have to go and pay before you. So you see, Mujaya Sakura Park, like it was better. And then he spoke about the mining sector. I was so disappointed in the fact that he even mentioned the mining sector in the first place. Now, Galamsey, the destruction of our forest and our water bodies, and you still had the gas to talk about mining, Akonta mining, people mining in forest areas. Oh my God. Sometimes you don't know what these people think. Like, you just want to get into their minds and try to decipher what is actually going on in their minds. Now he mentioned the fact that the country is not broke. What is it? The country is not broke. This country, Ghana, is not broke. This country called Ghana is not broke. And you're unable to service your debt. And you give people that have gone on retirement haircuts. Bondholders haircuts. And you have depleted Heritage Fund, Ghana Infrastructure Fund. You have depleted virtually every fund that was left for you. And you say Ghana is not broke. If Ghana is not broke, why are we unable to service our debt? Why is inflation up the roof? Why is the cedi keep depreciating? What is this? You have failed. Just accept the fact that you have failed and move on. Saying that Ghana's economic growth is at around 6 to 7%. You that are watching me, your pocket, has it grown by 6% or 7 or 8%? We are not broke, but we are still at the IMF. Ghana. And then one thing he didn't do, he failed to once again address the killing at the just ended elections. Why didn't he talk about it? The people that have died. The people that died in 2020 so that he retains power. Why didn't he talk about it? Anyways, I'm going to play the video so that you listen to the president for yourself. Because if I say I'm going to talk, I'll keep talking and I'll never end.
At the moment, I'm able to say with confidence that the crisis is over, that the economy has recovered strongly and faster than projected. In order for me to be able to make this assertion, I must make reference to the debt restructuring exercise. It affected many bondholders and was one of the most challenging decisions my administration had to undertake. It was not a choice made lightly, as we were acutely aware of the personal and financial hardships it would impose on individuals, families, and institutions across the country. Many citizens had invested their hard-earned savings, and we fully understood the pain and sacrifices this exercise demanded. Not of vendetta. It was a bold and decisive intervention to safeguard the strength and integrity of Ghana's financial system. The illegalities and irregularities perpetuated by the affected banks and financial institutions are well documented and indisputable. These practices threaten the very foundation of our banking sector and jeopardize the hard-earned savings of millions of Ghanaians. Our actions ensure that not a single depositor lost their money, an unprecedented achievement in financial crisis management. Today, the results are there for all to see. A more robust, stable, and resilient banking sector capable of driving economic growth and supporting the aspirations of our people. It was a necessary decision to restore public confidence and secure the future of Ghana's financial sector. Mr. Speaker, as I prepare to leave office on 7 January 2025, I do so with immense gratitude for the trust and confidence the people of Ghana has placed in me over the last 8 years. It has been the highest privilege of my life to serve as president of this great nation. I've done so with an unwavering commitment, boundless energy, and a deep love for Ghana, always guided by the belief that our nation's best years, as some propagandists want us to believe. We're handing over the country with gross international reserves of almost $8 billion United States dollars. This is more than the $6.2 billion United States dollars of gross international reserves my administration inherited in 2017. Economic growth. The noise will not shut out the statistics. And I intend to put the statistics on the record of Handover, no matter the amount of noise. Mr. Speaker, economic growth.
Honorable members, the level of interruption is high. Please, honorable members, His Excellency the President is not out of order. Please.
We have come to the end of the road for what has been undoubtedly the worst government under the Fourth Republic. Honourable Speaker, this abysmal record was confirmed on December 7th when the people of Ghana returned the most overwhelming and emphatic vote of rejection of any government ever witnessed under the Fourth Republic. Mr. President, you will be remembered as the first president who was cushioned by the IMF when you began, and you are still being cushioned at the end of your term. Mr. President, you left something very important in your account. You left out an account of your promise to God to build him a cathedral. But, Mr. President, I will leave that for you, between you and your God. Mr. President, let me remind His Excellency, Honourable Speaker, that his tenure in office will remain a timely reminder of how not to govern the country.
Democracy has experienced its best under your leadership. Today, we are being told that there's a new hope. That's no problem. It is supposed to be so. But soon, we will see the true colors of the umbrella. Yeah. So, Mr. Speaker, I would want to say to my colleagues that you are yet to take over. We would be watching you for the next 4 years. And if indeed you have transformed, we will see with our naked eyes. This is a government that came into office and faced major challenge which confronted the world all over, but demonstrated resilience. This is a government that ensured that in spite of the COVID all government sector workers were paid. This is a government that kept the lights on. This is a government that ensured that over 5.7 million Ghanaians had access to education. And Mr. Speaker, I would want to relate to this issue of free SHS. It took the grace of God for me to complete secondary education because my mom could not afford, my stepdad could not afford. It took the grace of God. And I know there were many Ghanaians who could not afford free SHS and because could not afford secondary education and had to stay at home. We know in our communities today, all those who could not get free SHS benefited from it when Akuffo assumed office. Mr. Speaker, TVET was also implemented for those who are placed at the lowest ebb of fortune's wheel to also get advantage of getting technical education. This is it. This is the record that Nana Addo Akuffo is leaving us with. Mr. Speaker, posterity will be the utmost judge. And I repeat, soon and very soon, the Ghanaian people will see the true colors of this umbrella. I rest my case. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
His role as a bulwark of Ghana's democracy and development. Moreover, the Law House, a modern facility for the Office of the Attorney General, has now been completed. Mr. Speaker,